congestion is divided into 3 zones. Hence, we can say that there will be more efficiency of flow of goods in case of warehouse B as compared to warehouse A. Racking design, subject to volume and its inbound-outbound characteristics. We have installed automatic high bay racking system in one of our warehouse in order to utilize space and increase efficiency. Weak visibility, e-commerce inventory increases visibility of unlocated stock. For order fill rate, we have gone for automated warehouse management system in order to increase our visibility. Stock allocation, right stock at the right location to increase availability. Residual volumes, main cause for dead space. We make sure that our residual volume don't get mixed with the fresh stock. Hence, our residual volumes are on a regularly basis taken away and into a separate area, and they are made visible so that in case they are required for any order fill rate. Multi-location inventory leads to high holding inventory cost and more number of trucks running with partial loads, thereby reducing transport efficiency. Inventory. Growing supply chain complexity is making it increasingly difficult to manage inventories. Now, key issues of poor inventory management are excessive inventories, high stock, and poor customer service. In order to cope up with this, as I discussed earlier, we have gone for automated warehouse management system. An objective of inventory management through automated warehouse management system are real-time stock management for assurance of stock accuracy, improved process visibility, results in systemized job process, and improved labor monitoring. Reduction of manual work by automated location selection, thereby reducing human errors and increasing efficiency. Executing FIFO and real-time picking through barcode and RFID utilization. Transportation, operational area that geographically moves and reposition inventory. Main modes of transport are road freights and ocean freights and air freight. We will talk here about road and ocean because our air volumes are nearly negligible. As far as road freights are concerned, key issues are labor shortages. Shortage of drivers and warehouse labor is a critical concern. And if you look into different studies, cost of labor, road labor is going to increase by 50% by 2025. Traffic congestion, it's a very common problem in Jakarta, truck getting stuck in traffic. And on top of it, vehicle visibility is a really big concern. In order to cope up with this, we have recently signed a contract with the service provider wherein they will provide vehicles fitted with GPRS system. Reduce inventory, we are always looking for reducing our inventories. As discussed earlier, we try to maintain our inventories to the level of 10 days of production. Our logistics, hence, are always under pressure to have more number of deliveries, and these pressures are even more by the end of the month, wherein 60 to 70% of our volume is transported in the last 10 to 15 days. Carbon footprints, we are always looking for options to shift from road freights to rail freights in order to minimize transport cost and reduce carbon dioxide emissions. In a step forward to this, we are in discussion with Cikarang Dry Port, which is centrally located between our factory in Purwakarta and Tanjung Priok. We are under finalization of our talks with CDP, and once this is done, we will reduce our transport cost by 50%, and CDP is then planning to transport containers from their depot to Tanjung Priok via rail, which will help reduce carbon dioxide emissions. Turnaround time, our logistics are always looking for options to reducing turnaround times. In order to support logistics, we make sure that visibility is provided to our logistics. At the same time, information flow needs to be accurate and on time so that they can prepare materials in advance to load containers, and our turnaround time is reduced, thereby increasing transport efficiency. Container ship, current challenges are infrastructure constraints on the rise, port-to-port congestion, and port and inland bottlenecks are huge. For example, Itajai port in South Brazil, due to continuous delay in operations, we are now arranging deliveries to our customer from Navagantes and Itapao port, which is adding extra cost burden. Equipment availability, east-west imbalance of trans-Pacific trade has increased container repositioning cost, which is then passed on to shipper. For example, if you take ocean freight rate from Jakarta, Tanjung Priok port to Bangkok, it is only $180 for a 40 IQ container. Whereas to bring a container from Bangkok back to Jakarta at Tanjung Priok port costs $600. And these cost differences are hard to justify. Tighten customer demands, reliability and visibility is the most important requirement of all customers. Shipment visibility needs to be more accurate, granular, and timely. Now, we provide 100% visibility of our bulk shipments, but however, for our non-bulk shipments, we are not able to provide 100% visibility as carriers are not able to give us data on a day-to-day basis for the container movement. Anytime we need to go look into data, we have to go into carrier website and then trace the container ourselves, which is hard to do because our volumes are very high. Poor discipline, container rollovers. Apart from container rollovers, another concern is the non-informed container rollovers, which leads to poor service failure and reduced patronage with our customers. Now, carrier, this has been happening in the past, wherein carrier has failed to inform us for a container rollover, and they just come up with, sorry, we are not able to get information from the transit port. So a greater discipline is required in this. I would like to conclude with the points which I discussed in the slide. Logistics needs to be flexible, efficient, and differentiated in order to gain excellence in supply chain. Quality attributes of logistics, customer service, and cost minimization needs special attention. Increased visibility is a concern and needs to be addressed. Inventories needs to be monitored and managed closely so that we have gain in efficiencies. Infrastructure constraints needs immediate attention by the local as well as state authorities. Thank you.